if you were all going to make one great big New Year's resolution, mine would be to tell yourself to lighten up. Don't make things so darn difficult. Have a little sense of humor about it, and to attach good feelings to the things that you want to do, rather than moving away from all the horrible things. Instead of looking in the mirror and going, I'm too fat, I should diet, you got to look in your future and say, if I was thinner, I would be happier and healthier, and spin that feeling until you crave it, so that you start building targets in your mind rather than things to run away from. You know, people are always coming in and saying to me, I've blown my problems out of proportion, which basically means you've made all the images in your head way too big and the feelings way too fast in your body. And when people do that, it just makes things more difficult. Whereas if you just lighten up, you know, you shrink your difficulties down and build your desires bigger, everything just gets easier. And believe me, I've dealt with the world's worst problems. People who come to me don't usually come to me first. I'm usually the last resort. And when people come to me, most of them have given up and believe that it's impossible to change. And the one thing I always bring to the table is my sense of humor. Because if I can get them to laugh at it, typically I can get them through it. You know, and I mean, I've had people that went through concentration camps, people who have been raped, people who have lost their children, very difficult things to deal with. But when you get a sense of perspective and you start thinking about what's important that's in your future, you know, if you have one child die and you forget about the 3 that are alive, that's not going to do anybody any good. And it's not till you can appreciate the fact that you spent 14 years with this kid, because most people would never give up having known a child. I always ask them that. I go, I'm a hypnotist. I could erase these memories. If I erase these memories, would you want me to? And they always are offended. They go, of course not. And then I go, then why are you trying to? That's just silly. You know, you got to embrace what you have with somebody, and then you got to embrace what you have left. And since none of us know what that is, you know, you really need to embrace all the opportunities that are out there and all the people that you can enjoy. Instead of thinking about what's not there, you have to think about what is there and start looking for what else could be there. Because the one thing about the future is we don't know what's going to happen. So worrying about it in advance seems like a really big waste of time, if you see my point. And you too. I certainly want to end by wishing everybody a very happy holiday, no matter what holiday it is, and a very good new year. If you make any resolution, make this a big, bright, bold new year, and burst into it with enthusiasm. And when it starts to run out, make a new resolution. You know, you can make one January 10th and January 15th. No point in just making one a year. You should become resolute all the time.